thing again. Let's see how it turns out. I guess I don't know. I never really done the YouTube live thing, so hold on. Let me turn on my monitor, make sure it's working. It's okay, because nobody's even watching. Come on, Chris. Where is it? I wonder where it goes on my profile, because it doesn't go like where I think it's supposed to go. Oh, there it is. So let me share this real fast with my public before we get it right into it, guys. But today's video is going to be kind of fucking hilarious. Actually, it's going to be really fun. Why? Because I said so. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm just trying to share this crap. So today's video is actually going to be funny because it's going to be about climate change and the CNN town hall meetings with the leftist leaders. It was actually really, really hilarious the way that they were doing things, but we will get there. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to sign to this. Why isn't this right done? I hate signing in things because like it takes forever. I know I'm boring as fuck right now, guys, but bear with me. It's about to be interesting. It's gonna be a good one today. I promise you. Promise you guys, it's gonna be a good one. So this one's gonna be about the. We're gonna watch the videos together first of all, and they're gonna make you guys laugh. You guys are gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shook the house. Like you guys are not gonna know what to do with yourselves because when I heard this, I was like, are they being serious right now? Like, is this reality? Are we living on Earth? So I don't know. Oh. Sorry, guys. My login information was wrong. So, anyways, I'll just get right into it. So, what Bernie was saying that abortion is going to fix climate change, and then Kamala Harris was saying that diet is going to fix climate change. And that's what we're going to talk about today. If this fucking thing will let me sign in. I swear, you know what's crazy about going live? The crazy thing about going live as opposed to not going live is that there's always something that's going to happen and mess up whenever you're live, like no matter what. Okay, guys, now we're good. Now I can share it out and we go. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Hates me. So basically what had happened today was I was watching these CNN town halls because I don't know if you guys noticed, but all of the leftist leaders, they were going to CNN town halls and they were talking about climate change. It was like the climate change like summit, which in fact they're having Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez speak out, but we'll get to that situation too. But I want to start off with Bernie Sanders. So the first one I watched was Bernie Sanders, and I was really kind of alarmed by it because I was like, abortion? Because as you guys know, I'm really into the Islamic situation and how they're trying to reproduce babies and all this stuff really fast so that they can take over the world in a sense, or they call it do a holy cleanse across the world, and it's the Muslim Brotherhood's like goal to do this. That's why they're having 8 kids per household, and we as Americans and like all other people on the who's not Muslim are having less and less babies every single year. So that being said, I think it's really alarming when I heard Bernie say this, only because we know Bernie as being a socialist. We know Bernie as being a person who has always applauded breadlines. We know Bernie as who had his honeymoon in Russia, like during the Cold War. Like that's the Bernie we know. So I'm not alarmed that the fact that it was Bernie who said abortion's going to fix it, but I'm alarmed that anybody even thinks that this man could be a president of the United States of America, ever. So let's go ahead and watch that together, okay? So let's see. So here it is, guys. Let's watch it. Can you guys hear it? Let me know if you guys can hear it. Can you hear it? Yeah or no? You guys can't hear it? How weird, because I can hear it perfectly. Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get to the situation and find out why the sound all of a sudden stopped working. I think maybe because I'm sharing a video from YouTube to this. Maybe that's why. But I don't know. Let's see. So let's go ahead and see. Hold on. I'm sorry about the sound, guys, again. See, it's working on my end. It is. I hate Facebook and I hate YouTube. Like, why do you guys do this to me? Like, why? Why? They used to not be like this. I even saved the videos to my personal computer and everything, and like, bitch. But we're gonna get to the bottom of this. So I need to share this video with you guys. I don't know why it's not working. So let's see if I can get it to work in another way real fast. Anyways, maybe I'll play it for you. Actually, I will. I'll just play it for you guys right here on my iPad. Duh, Chris. Be smarter than toy playing with. So let's see. Yeah, I saved it here. You guys are so lucky. Okay, here it is. It's downloading really fast. Okay. And I'm just going to show you guys like this. Okay, here it is. It's downloading really fast. Okay. And I'm just going to show you guys like this.
Martha, welcome.
Good evening. Human population growth has more than doubled in the past
Sorry,
50
guys.
years. The planet cannot sustain this growth. I realize
Can
this
you hear
is
it
a
now?
poisonous topic for politicians, but it's crucial to face. Empowering women and educating everyone on the need to curb population growth seems a reasonable campaign to enact. Would you be courageous enough to discuss this issue and make it a key feature of a plan to address climate catastrophe?
Well, Martha, the answer is yes. And the answer has everything to do with the fact that women in the United States of America, by the way, have a right to control their own bodies and make reproductive decisions. And the Mexico City Agreement, which denies American aid to those organizations around the world that allow women to have abortions or even get involved in birth control, to me is totally absurd. So I think, especially in poor countries around the world, where women do not necessarily want to have large numbers of babies, and where they can have the opportunity through birth control to control the number of kids they have, something I very, very strongly support. I want to...
Okay, let's go back. You guys can hear what they said. Let's see.
Connecticut, Martha, welcome.
Good evening. Human population growth has more than doubled in the past 50 years. The planet cannot sustain this growth. I realize this is a poisonous topic for politicians, but it's crucial to face. Empowering women and educating everyone on the need to curb population growth seems a reasonable campaign to enact. Would you be courageous enough to discuss this issue and make it a key feature of a plan to address climate catastrophe?
Well, Martha, the answer is yes. And the answer
Again, you guys,
has everything
so
to do
I'm just going to get right into it. So, again, this is alarming. It's alarming, but it's not shocking. It's not shocking because it's Bernie Sanders, and it's alarming because it is Bernie Sanders at the same time. Because I think it's very, very scary to think that, like, we can fix climate change with just having more abortions. Their theory is this. Their theory is that if we have more abortions or give women more of a choice, they wouldn't have that many they wouldn't have that many children, and the populations would stop growing, and then we won't have much of a carbon footprint on the earth. Now, although it sounds leftist and retarded and cute and retarded, I think that is the dumbest solution ever, and whoever the hell thought of that solution needs to be taken out to pasture and shot. because that's one less human we could use on this earth for sure. But I think that maybe if leftists stop having babies, we stop having idiots, because genes are real. When you reproduce the same genes, like let's say for instance, if you have cancer in your family, reproduce that, it runs through the genes, and the children are gonna be born with cancers. That's the way it happens. So if we shoot off all the retarded people, pipe dreaming, I'm sorry, maybe the world will be a better place. But I think that the abortion thing is stupid that it's going to fix climate change, because how the fuck do you think it's going to fix climate change when the Muslims are literally telling themselves and telling their whole religion to reproduce faster? Like, so if this lady and Bernie Sanders did what they wanted to do and made it to where Americans stop reproducing as fast, what will that really do for the rest of the world? Nothing. Nothing. Especially when the rest of the world, their theory is have more babies. Well, at least the Islamic world. So it seems to me that Bernie Sanders, just like Bernie Sanders has always been, he's always helping the enemy. Like back in his day, when he was a little younger, still old but younger, back when he was a professor, back when he first got in Congress, 46 years ago. By the way, he's never passed one bill in 46 years. Shocker. But there's freshmen in the Congress that have passed more bills than him already. Anyways, but the point is, when he first got in office, he was helping Gorbachev, and he was helping Russia. He had his honeymoon in Russia. He said yay to breadlines. Now, he's helping the Muslims. He's the only one that I saw in Texas when I went to go speak at the Texans Against Radical Islam event. He's the only one out of the leftist people. Oh, no, I think one other leftist leader came too, but somebody who's not going to be in the race for long, somebody who doesn't fucking matter. I forgot his name, like Navarro, I think. I don't know. Anyways, he's retarded. He's never going to be there. But Bernie Sanders was the only front runner of the Democratic Party running for president that was actually there. Like, how fucking insane. How fucking insane. So that was the first one I saw. Sorry, my voice is so stupid. Anyway, so let's see the next one. So the next one was Kamala Harris, right? So Kamala Harris was another one. As you know, she's another idiot. But unfortunately, this idiot is also on top of the polls like Bernie Sanders. And so it's another alarming idiot that wants to speak about things that she knows nothing about. Hi, Texans. Shirley's a Texan. I love Texas. But I was just in Texas. I was speaking against radical Islam. The people that are having a lot of babies, the people who aren't thinking that stopping having babies is going to fix climate. So here's the next theory on climate change. How else can we fix climate change on the left? If stopping having babies and if abortion's not going to fix climate change, because Chris just debunked that, what will fix climate change? Well, let's see what Kamala Harris has to say about it, and let's see what she thinks will fix the climate. This is so medieval, like having to take all these screens and shit.
Red meat in light of the impact of the climate change.
Yeah.
If elected, will you be supporting dietary guidelines to reduce the consumption of red meat in light of the impact of the climate change?
Yeah.
If elected, will you be supporting change in dietary guidelines, and then how will you plan on implementing the changes so that people effectively change the diets?
Dietary?
Yeah, I mean, and thank you, Carol, for your work and the question. I think of the point that you're raising in a broader context, which is that as a nation, we actually have to have a real priority at the highest level of government around what we eat and in terms of healthy eating, because we have a problem in America. And we can talk about all that we are now, the subject of this conversation, we can talk about the amount of sugar in everything. We could talk about soda, we could go on and on. So the answer is yes. But I'll also say this, the balance that we have to strike here frankly, is about what government can and should do around creating incentives and then banning certain behaviors. I mean, just to be very honest with you, I love cheeseburgers from time to time, right? I mean, I just do. And I think that, but there has to be also what we do in terms of creating incentives that we will eat in a healthy way, that we will encourage moderation, and that we will be educated about the effect of our eating habits on our environment. And we have to do a much better job of that, and the government has to do a much better job of that.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, you love cheeseburgers. I mean, we all do. I don't know whether
from time to
try
time,
the
I don't
Beyond
eat them every
Burger,
day,
the
but
Impossible
yeah.
Burger, right? They try, but
Right.
it's not quite the same. That's my personal opinion. But would you support changing the dietary guidelines?
Yes.
You know, the food pyramid. What people
Yes.
to reduce red meat specifically.
Yes, I would. And
So, listen up, guys. She said that she would fix, she will literally dictate our food. Kamala Harris says to fix climate change, she will change the pyramid for food. You know, the basic food groups of the pyramid that you learn in school in like 3rd grade, 2nd grade, 1st grade. Here's why that's alarming. Because the scientists that have put together that food pyramid were putting facts on that food pyramid, like such as the human body can consume or needs to consume this much protein, this much dairy, this much wheat, this much sugars. That's what that thing's for. Now, Kamala Harris just said, and you just heard it, that she will go in and change the actual food pyramid. So kids will learn something as fact, when really it's a leftist ploy to try to combat climate change. Mind you, let's talk about other facts. One other major fact. If any of your guys' friends say, climate change, here's what you need to tell them. In Greenland, there's more ice in Greenland than there has ever been in Al Gore's entire life. Fact. Now also, in the past 3 years, the Greenland glaciers are freezing. And the amount of ice that we have up there is on a rise. And this is not fake. This is fact. NASA is the one who actually posted that yesterday. It's on my wall if you guys want to see it. If you guys go look on my Facebook. But the problem is this. The climate and the earth is going to be the climate and the earth. Do I think humans have a mark on it? Sure, I think we contribute. But science has already said that cow farts literally contributes more than we do. Now, we leave a minute footing in the snow of climate change. Minute compared to the world and what it's going to do already. Now, the world will replenish itself no matter what you think about it, okay? The world will do its thing. Why? Well, we know, looking back in history, we've had at least... Oh my God, my friend just sent me this picture of a Facebook jail and said, you need this. Thanks, Jordan. Anyways, so think back in history. We've had, at least that we know of, five major ice ages. One of them being called Snowball Earth, when the whole Earth was encased like a snowball for a couple million years. Now, these things happen. I'm not saying we're going to go back to being a snowball, but I will say, if you look at the longevity of the planet Earth, it's been here 4 billion years. And if, let's say we had a time-lapse camera on it, which there's no way to do that, but let's say we did, based on what we've learned through rock formations, based on what we've learned through the geological, the tectonic plates moving, based on what we've learned from what we've digging up in Antarctica with our going down miles and miles down into the Earth, we've learned that the Earth pulsates. In a sense. I'm not saying it literally pulsates, but I'm saying it pulsates in a sense. It gets really cold. Then we experience a lot of heat. It gets really cold. Then we experience a lot of heat. It gets really cold. And then we experience a lot of heat. Now, we've had 6 mass extinctions. 6 mass extinctions. Well, sorry, no, 5 mass extinctions. We're supposed to be the 6th. Because it's always the reigning species that dies off first in all the extinctions. And one major common denominator with all these mass extinctions has been the Earth getting cold, the Earth getting hot, the Earth getting cold, the Earth getting hot. Now, some of these mass extinctions can be determined from theory-wise, from an asteroid hitting the Earth. Some of them can be determined because of maybe geological tectonic plates moving in a certain way to where it stopped the ocean currents and it made some of the tectonic plates less habitable. So there could be multiple ways of why the pulse has happened. But just know, the Earth will do what the Earth does. And I believe humans are adaptable. Why do I know this? Well, boys and girls, we lived through the last ice age. Were we in big cities? Did we have cars? Did we have planes? No. We were very primal. But we were already human beings. And in fact, we learned, even recently, we're still learning every day, but we've learned recently in Northern Ireland and in the UK, they found Neanderthal bones and they found humanoid bones. This is from way back in the ice age before the last ice age. And I just learned that recently too. And it just blows my mind to think that we know these things. We know the way the Earth turns. We know it's on an axis. We know every 2,600 years the axis changes. We know that. They call it the pole switch, which is not actually factual, but that's what they call it. That being said, why are we penalizing each other, demonizing each other, taking foods off of the food periodic table, and creating abortions to fix climate change? Why are we hurting one another to gain political power and using climate change as that ploy? When we all know, because we've learned in school that the climate will change. Guess what? Summertime is going to be hot. And it's going to get hotter. Believe it or not, the world used to be so hot after an ice age. After a snowball Earth, the Earth got so warm that we had giant insects. Another fact. And if you guys at home want to think that I'm lying about any of this, screen record the video. Go look up everything I say and look up every fact. I 100% am correct. I'm not saying because I know these things. I'm saying because I learned these things. And you can learn them too. It's actually public knowledge. I learned most of it from schooling, and also I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I don't watch TV at all. I watch documentaries, and that's it. Only people close to me know that, but like, seriously, if I'm not live or something, bitch, I'm watching a documentary, like, that's all I watch. I'm not even kidding you. And I can tell the difference between satire and not, for sure. 100%. But the point is this. Don't get your panties in a bunch for climate change. And don't use climate change as a strategy to win the presidency. Because that's how the Democrats lost 2016. Actually, use it as a political ploy. Go ahead. We need you guys to lose again. So go ahead. Use it. I will tell you, just from watching this CNN town hall on climate change, I lost brain cells. I feel dumber. I even had to go and recheck on the internet my sources to make sure what I heard didn't change. I was thinking in my head, maybe some scientists discovered some shit. But then I remembered it's Kamala Harris we're talking about. And then I remembered it's Bernie Sanders we're talking about. You know, the guy who's been in Congress for 46 years and never passed one bill. There's freshmen in Congress, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, that's passed more bills than Bernie Sanders has in his whole career. So we know not to listen to Bernie. So now Kamala. We know not to listen to Kamala either because she was a prosecutor who sits there and talks about children being separated from their parents at the border, like she said today on Twitter. But what I find funny is that Kamala Harris separates children from their parents, or at least she did. If you guys don't know this about Kamala Harris, she was a California prosecutor who put a lot of people away for a long time for marijuana, who even hid evidence from a guy who was on death row from being freed. She had to be investigated, and that's how they found the evidence. And on top of that, she tells a lot of people that they are breaking the law. When you're a prosecutor, your job is to prosecute, okay? So it's like, when you commit a crime like on the streets and not to another human being, so it's like the state versus Christopher Martin, like in case number, blah, blah, blah. You know, when they say the state, that's Kamala Harris. So basically, she put a lot of people in jail. And guess what? You can't take... In fact, I'll let you guys go ahead and answer this. Can any of you guys answer this question? What is one thing you can't take to jail? I'll wait. Doon, 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 doon. Anybody want to answer that in the comment section? I will. Your kids. You cannot take your children to jail. So when Kamala Harris, for many, many years as a California prosecutor, took somebody to jail, do you think that she asked them, are you a parent? And do you think if they said yes, she said, well, don't worry, you're not going to jail now. All of a sudden, like she's that one judge, you know that judge in Florida, that guy who's like so like sweet, but I think too fucking sweet, where it's like, dude, I liked your first couple videos, but now you're a pussy. You know that judge that's like, oh, you're an immigrant. Oh, here's your bills paid. Oh, he's like a parking judge. He always talks about parking tickets. Yeah, that judge. I don't know if you guys know who it is, but the parking judge, whatever. She's like acting like him, or pretending like she acted like him. But let's go back to the beginning of her career. You know, after she sucked the dick to get into politics, but before she thought about running for presidency, when she was only a California prosecutor. This woman was so harsh that she was known for being the judge you did not want to go against. She was known in San Francisco for being that iron fist. She was known by all African Americans in San Francisco to watch out for that one. And so now we fast forward it to today, when she complained on Twitter about kids being separated at the border, saying that it's inhumane to separate children from their parents, even though those parents committed a crime. And also today, she got on CNN Town Hall and said, this is how we're going to fix climate change, guys. We're going to lie about the food table that our children learn about in school. We're going to change it. Because I think if we change everybody's diets, it'll fix climate change. Now, can you guys see why and how I think the left makes me lose brain cells? Now that we know, if you guys are just joining us, if you guys went back to the beginning of this video, you'll know that we went through what the earth actually does. We went through the amount of carbon we actually put out there. We went over the stupid comments that both her and Bernie Sanders both made. And now, can you understand why I feel like I lose brain cells when these people talk? Which brings me to my next subject. The people who listen to them. Like, girl, I'm concerned. Like, I knew that the left was retarded as fuck. And if you're a leftist watching this, you are literally stupid. Like, something is wrong with your brain. I'm not making fun of you. This is a fact. You're literally remedial. It's like a diagnosis I'm doing to you right now. Like, bitch, you suffer from something. Something. And I know Trump derangement syndrome is one of those things, but from something other. Like, girl, you can only selectively ignore so many things before you're actually fucking retarded. So, that's what I want to talk about now, is the left. Yawn, yawn, yawn. I know we're all sick of hearing about it. Ready? This is going to be the fastest conversation we ever had. They're all stupid. And if one of them's your mother, she's stupid. Wow, that was a good conversation about the left. We got pretty far there. Anyways, so guys, this video has been really long since I spent all the time talking about the left. But those were the entertaining things I wanted to talk about today. And I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. And Twitter keeps on banning me. Facebook keeps on shutting me down. So I had to come on here live and just spit it out before I fucking exploded. So there it is. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you guys want to support me, which I really appreciate if you guys do support me, go to patreon.com/theadorabledeplorable. If you guys didn't know this about me, I just recently got kicked off of Facebook. I know. Again. Bitch, again. So for another month, I will be gone from Facebook. But I am allowed to be on Facebook on my video page just to go live sometimes and stuff through my friend's page. So I know. I'm like a child. And they deboosted my page. So basically, it's been crazy right now for me. And I'm supposed to go travel to Miami and stuff in a couple of weeks. But, so I do, like I was getting to, so I do appreciate every single one of you guys that do support me on Patreon. It means the world to me. You guys have no idea. And now I'm going live here on YouTube trying it out. But they have this thing called Super Chat. If you guys look down at the chat section, you guys could also donate anything from like chump change, even $1. I will dance for money. No, but I'm just saying, the help really is appreciated and needed around these times when Facebook shuts me down. So thank you guys so much for the ones who do support me. If you guys want to buy any Trump 2020 gear, you guys can always go to Facebook.com/theadorabledeplorable/store. The store section is still open on my page, so you guys can still go there for merch. But that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Like I said in every single video, I'll see you in the next one. Wait, before I go, I want you guys to know at the Trump Doral on October 10th through October 12th, I will be a speaker with other names such as Ricky Rebel, Donald Trump Jr., Sarah Sanders, Brennan Strzok. I know. Dinesh D'Souza. Like, these names gave me a heart attack when I first heard them. I was like, you want me to speak where? Where? I don't know if I'm that caliber yet, but girl, I'm there. Let's go. So yeah, I'm gonna go speak with these awesome motherfucking people. I'm so excited. And so hold on. I see a comment of somebody wanting to talk. So let's talk, girls. Is that actually the food pyramid is wrong? It was created by a bully cardiologist with an agenda. Should actually be flipped around. More meat. You know, I'm gonna look into that. But I kind of fucking believe it. But I'm not going to say it's fact until I go and look into that. I want to learn the facts first. But I don't see it to be, I see that to be something that's truly something we see obviously going on today. So we know it's possible. But the fact that they're a cardiologist makes me feel a little bit better than them being a prosecutor from California named Kamala Harris. You know what I mean? Like, I would hope a cardiologist knows a little bit more about diet than a fucking prosecutor from California who took away kids from their parents and thinks it's wrong to take away kids from parents now. That's, you know. But I will look into your thing, and I think it's great. And I'm going to look into that fact. So we'll see. But until then, these are the facts. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's everything, guys. But like I said, I'll be at the Trump Doral speaking with huge names like Donald Trump Jr., Sarah Sanders, and everybody else for the American Priority Conference and Festival. There's going to be pool parties. There's going to be yacht parties. It's going to be at the Trump Doral. I'm so excited. It's going to be so huge. And it's a whole convention in Miami, Florida, October 10th through October 12th. I will be there. If you guys want to buy tickets to the events, come and meet me, see me, or just say hi to me. I would love it. You guys can go to the link, which I will be posting in the description section in 10 minutes from right now. It will be in the description section. So buy your tickets now to go to Miami, Florida on October 10th through 12th and see me at the Trump Doral. Bye, guys. I love you so much. Like I said in every video, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.